Pick
You
it
can hear
up.
the rain probably too. Alright.
Raindrops are falling on my head.
I got. Wow. Can you hear us?
I can hear us.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm a little too loud. Let me turn that mic down. There, does that sound about on
Sounds fine on
par
my
with
end.
you guys? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I suppose we'll go ahead and pop on 3. Caleb's... Oh.
I won!
Wait, time.
I won!
Alright, it's alright. Just the two of us now.
Yeah, so you want to count down?
He's not one of us anyway.
Right, yeah. You want to count up to 3?
I'm not good at counting.
Okay.
Wait, we're counting up or down?
Well, up, because we pop on 3.
Okay,
So,
alright.
so, like,
I'm counting?
yeah.
Me?
Yeah, just...
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Whoa. This ain't even fair no more. Wait, This is my first time drinking this.
The Dr. Pepper cream soda.
It's like Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Yeah. Dr. Pepper cream soda edition. Or
Sponsor us. Now, sponsor us. Dr. Pepper.
Just the cream soda part.
I don't like Dr. Oh, we're finna get copyright.
Dr. Pepper, shut him down.
I don't even like Dr. Pepper anyways. I'm more of a Mountain Dew man myself.
all right, Caleb, would you please introduce yourself to the podcast? Just let them know who you are, whoever you are, and what you do with your life in general.
I walk. I'm Caleb. It's my first time. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Solid.
I'm so scared.
Oh, no.
No reason to be scared. We won't bite you till afterward.
I'm crying right now.
It's going to be an emotional roller coaster ride tonight.
Dun dun dun.
So, Adam, I hear you have trivia questions for me and possibly
Yes.
Caleb.
Yeah, if he can answer, then that is also okay.
I'm not good at answering.
So we're going to start doing these. I'm going to start bringing one each week for Jason because he is very good at basketball. So let's see.
Man. I believe in myself.
Here we are. So I'm going to give highlights and awards of a certain basketball player and see if you can guess who I'm talking about.
I think we got this.
Oh, we both doing it?
Yeah. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you know it, you can
Oh,
say
okay,
it. Yeah.
okay, I'm ready. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
So let's see here.
Hi.
So career highlights and awards. So I'll start, I guess, like under then college and then go pro.
Okay.
Or does
I
that
probably
matter?
won't know
So we're-
anything college.
Oh,
college,
so just maybe
I'm-
stick with the pro
Yeah,
stuff?
just stick with pro.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So
You can give me
he-
the college at what they played at, though. That might help. That
What-
might be a little too
what
much,
college
though.
they played
That's-
at?
That
Now,
might be
what
a
if
little
they
too
don't
easy.
play out of college?
Well, maybe.
Right, they could have come from high school. That's a big giveaway, too.
Well, I mean, I've already said college, so he did play college. on
Okay.
this one. Maybe
Okay.
we'll get better as we go on. But so we got NBA three-point contest champion in 2018.
Okay, so this is
Ben
Steph
Simmons?
Curry.
Nope.
Oh, it's Clay, then.
No.
No,
Wait,
no.
2018?
Devin Booker.
20. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Hey. All right.
Oh, wow.
I only had to give one stat. Maybe I gave the wrong one first. Maybe I should at least done the college stuff. But if you don't know any of it, then I guess it doesn't
Hopefully
matter.
nobody heard my first
Wait,
answer.
so Clay... Okay, Curry was 2015,
I
right?
didn't even know Clay won.
And then 2016 was Clay. And then I don't know who won 17.
Person that
18
won
was...
this year was Towns.
Right. Somehow Karl Anthony Towns won.
Whoa,
contest.
something you not see him?
I did, but I'm just saying a center won the three-point contest. That's
That's history.
That's history in them. They made history there.
I am not a huge basketball guy, but I really like Devin Booker. So that's why I picked him first for our first one.
I see.
That makes sense. I'm more of a Chris Paul fan.
Oh, yeah? All right. if he could just win a single championship.
Oh, okay, here we go. For your information, it's Chris Paul, CP3. Devin Booker, 70 points. LeBron hasn't scored 70 points.
Yeah, Devin Booker has done something almost no one else has done. So, besides Kobe. Besides Kobe.
Will Chamberlain.
And, well, obviously. And that's it.
It's not
right?
obvious to all of us. You guys start the basketball, and then like the video just fade me out. Like,
Fade away. I was never here. I'm a ghost.
Yeah. So we had one question, only one question all day that came in, unless you got some. I don't know if you got any.
Oh, God, friends.
Okay. So, which didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. This was our one question. What does Apple mean to you? Yeah, that's our question.
New York City.
Apple means New York City?
The Big Apple.
Okay. How about you, Adam? I'm gonna go like super insane, crazy, deep, and wild with this just because I can.
The first thing that pops in my head is an apple a day keeps the doctor away. That's all I got on apples.
Okay. So here's what I got.
The red skin is awful.
What?
On an apple.
More of a green apple type of guy anyway.
Well, I just want the skin peeled off. Just eat the insides.
I see.
Apples and peanut butter. Apples and peanut butter.
Just eat the insides.
I definitely, yeah, peanut butter's awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what Apple means to me. We've got the Apple symbol on our Macintosh and our iPhones. This is a fruit. If you notice, this fruit has a bite out of it.
Where's my phone at? You're lying to me.
No, this apple, see, it's got a bite out of it.
Ain't no way.
So this represents
What's going
the
on?
fruit in the Garden of Eden, and you taking the bite of the fruit and the technology representing the knowledge. That's all I got.
Whoa. That was pretty deep, though.
The apple.
What's with all these goosebumps today?
Okay.
So I guess that's
Sounds
what
good.
Apple means to me. That's the first thing that popped into my head.
All right. I got you.
It was interesting. I mean, I didn't notice like there was the bite in the apple for a long time, and I was like, oh, that actually makes sense now.
I've seen it. Just I guess never thought about it.
Thought about a meaning to it. Yeah.
Right. I thought for whatever reason they just picked an apple. I don't know. Maybe he had an apple, he took a bite out of it, put it on the desk next to him, and go.
That's
and he's like, that's our symbol right there. Yeah, I don't know.
For some reason, just because I felt like that was deep, I felt like that was gonna last a lot longer for me to explain. Then when I was done in like 10 seconds,
It went too fast.
I was like kind of shocked. Yeah.
Wow. Just wow.
Should have done it like a professor. You know,
Right.
Just went too fast. You went right.
Yeah, I should have went on this long train of how we got to how Steve Jobs decided to choose the Apple.
Right.
And how he's like an occultic leader or something. How he didn't really do anything when he created these iPhones and iPads because he basically just told people what to do. He didn't really invent anything.
Big claims.
Wow. This is a messed up piece of apple bit. Whoever bit that, it's like
Yeah, it's like they like bit it sideways.
without their teeth.
Yeah.
It has to be.
They lipped that apple chunk out. Adam, you also had
Yeah.
a great question for us.
So I just randomly thought of this one. So I didn't know you, but Jason said you played basketball with him and stuff. So
Buckets.
we're gonna go. How athletic do you think you are on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being not at all, 10 being pro level, and then give a reason why you think you are the number that you chose. But I will put a little change on it. Other than that, is give a number for overall athleticness. So if we put you in any sport, how well do you think you do? And the level of the sport that you're good at, what number you would fall in.
Okay. So for overall athleticness, I feel like I'm like just barely above average, maybe.
So like, are you talking 5 or 6?
Yeah.
There ain't no way, because I was finna say 6, and I'm a big guy, so you have to be like an 8.
I don't think I'm.
If 10 is a pro, 8 is like semi-pro.
Yeah, that's like.
Okay, I'm going a little bit lower here. I'm like a 4.
I think I'm like a 6.
That's
or
pretty
yeah,
good.
I think I'm a 6 in
Now,
overall.
Overall, so we threw you into baseball, football, basketball, anything like that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm much more coordinated than most people.
Okay.
So in that way,
That's fair.
I can do well in most sports, even if I haven't played them very much at all. But I'm not like super athletic and like I'm not super fast. I can't jump very high. I'm not very heavy. I'm not tall. So
Right.
in that way, I'm not super athletic at all.
Okay.
And the sports I'm good at. So basketball, I guess, being my best sport. Athletically, like pure, just athletic.
So we'll go
ability.
overall as far as basketball skill, because that's going to be
overall basketball skill. Okay.
So how are your number just as a basketball player?
Okay. Whew. That's hard. Overall, as a basketball player, I'm probably like a 6.
Okay, so you're still at a 6. That's fine.
Or a 7, maybe.
That makes sense.
But it's mainly because of my height. So, like, offensively, I feel like I'm an 8. Like, I can run with college players most of the time on offense. Like, I can score against every defense that I've played with. I've been capable of scoring at least at, like, a decent level and efficiency. So, like, I could be, like, role player on college offensively. Defensively, if someone's 6'4" and they have 4 inches more on their vertical than me, they can just hold the ball above their head and I can't do anything.
Right.
So I'm way below par on defense because I'm so short.
Gotcha.
So
I remember being that
So
guy.
it brings you to a 6 then.
yeah,
Okay. I mean,
that's what I feel like.
sounds good.
How about you, Kaleb?
My turn? Okay. All right. I'm a 4. I'm a classy 4. I'm going to be real. I played a couple sports back in my days. But I'm a big guy. There we go. Yeah, sure. That's out. I'm a big guy now. Okay. Wow.
That's good.
Yep, that's right where you need to be.
I'm a big guy. So,
So a classy 4.
yeah, classy 4.
Now, it's overall you're talking? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, what is your best sport, you think? Football? Basketball?
I'm going with undisputed wrestling.
Ooh,
Oh,
there
okay.
you go.
All right.
Just
And-
because.
And
Big guy.
where would you rank yourself in wrestling?
A classic 6, maybe 7.
There you go.
Ain't
Yeah.
that high, but you know,
Nice.
it's about
High school.
there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Even though I never won against Hayden
Hayden.
Huss. No, he's
I
pretty
don't
good.
really know Hayden.
He was the heavyweight for Mount Vernon.
Okay.
So much better than me because I lost him at my old school. But like I had my knee, it was like a bursted knee, and I didn't know what it was, so I was scared. And like my knee was getting way bigger, so I just kept going with it until I went to the doctors and they took it all out, and it was blue, and I was scared. I didn't know what I was gonna do.
That's scary. I've had a weird thing this week where my knee has just been tight. Like, I'll just be walking around, it'll just get tight. Or even when I was playing basketball, it started tightening up. It almost felt like a cramp, like a muscle cramp, but in my knee. So I'm sure it's not a muscle.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was. So that was kind of scary for me, but it never swelled. So I guess I'm okay. Because I've had it before where I've like had that same feeling, and then it started swelling and it just swelled up for a couple days and then it went down.
Very odd.
That's happened to me a couple times.
Oh snap! You guys can hear He's gonna hear me drinking this.
Yeah, we're far from clean around here, so no worries. So Adam, where do you rank yourself? Yeah.
Friendly fire.
Yeah, I think an overall athleticness, I say 5. Right in the middle of the line. I wasn't awful, but I wouldn't like a standout.
All right. But in your respective sport of powerlifting.
Yeah, now in powerlifting, I'm going to give myself an 8 or a 9 only because I'm on the edge of getting my pro card. So
Right.
Next year I'm looking at being up there with everybody else probably.
Yep.
So I had 8 or 9 just because I'm that one step probably out from doing the pro series next year. So.
Yep.
How much can you bench?
385 is the most I've done, but this one we're going for 400.
I don't even think I can go that high. I can only do 245s.
Yeah, that's 225.
Then I can only do about 1 rep.
Wait, 245s is
on each side? Is that yeah?
Oh,
that's 225.
245s on each side.
Yeah, it's 225 pounds.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1 rep.
So I'm looking up 400 or 400 plus in this next one. Looking for a 650 to 680 deadlift in this one, and 550 to 580 squat.
Nice.
So, but by next year we should be shooting 600s in squat, shooting 700 deadlift, and mid 400s for bench. So that'll put me up there with about everybody else.
I think I'm pretty decent in deadlift. I don't know about squatting though. I can only do 245s and a 25.
Yeah. Okay.
But then I see everybody else in the gym. I'm like, wow, y'all are doing so much.
I have not done my lifts in a long time, so I haven't been to the gym in a minute recently. But I finally went back yesterday just to do. I'm gonna try to start going twice a week.
But you've been doing that.
Right, I do F3 three times a week.
Okay.
But I wanted to start going to the gym because it's not getting a whole lot of chest, and just arms and chest. I feel like I'm lacking where I was. Like I'm not getting sore from F3. Even though we do some arm and chest stuff, it's just not enough for me for where I'm at. So I'm going to start going to the gym again just to get those lifts in, because I'm sure my bench has gone down astronomically from when I was, from a few months ago. So, but I went and did triceps, and I went and just did triceps, and I did 1 set of bench, just like as a warm-up, and then I did triceps, and...
So you did triceps before or after bench?
After.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so then I went to F3 today, and he brought cinder blocks, and we did triceps. Yeah, so my triceps are totally burnt out right now.
My calves killing me. We had to go hiking at the it's called Pound Hollows. I thought I almost fell. It was because one of my friends, his name is Drew, and there was these 2 big rocks, and he jumped right there to all the way right there, and I didn't think he was gonna do it. And honestly, I thought I was gonna have to catch him, and he almost weighs as much as me, but he doesn't. And I didn't know what to do, because I was like, don't do it, because I don't want to catch you. And I don't know, he made it somehow, but then he did it again because he had to go right back, and he did it. And wow, I was so surprised.
Did you try it?
Me? Me? No way. Me, if I done it, I'm falling. I'm for sure falling. I almost fell going up the cave things.
I see.
So many slides. I even took some wild cuts here. You can't see it no more, but that one and that
I
one.
can kind of see it, yeah. I'm sure the camera can't, but...
There's nothing there. Making it all up.
Hey, I'm surprised he did it, though. It probably was a dream.
Oh, man.
Are you trying your best to not to hold your burps in? Because, like, I burped, like, 3 times, and
It's common occurrence on here. Yeah.
It's, like, my first time drinking Dr. Pepper in, like, 5-6 years.
Oh, man. So I figured I should give a short update on what happened in Hunger Games, because we passed Hunger Games.
Oh, that's right.
And we always talk about Hunger Games on the podcast, so...
It's because you keep bringing it up.
So, I'm just going to give you the whole Hunger Games from my perspective, and for however long I lived. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can.
Okay.
All right.
Uh-oh. You know I was about to get real serious.
So, I had planned with Isaac and Zeke beforehand that we 3 were going to be on a team and try to take everyone out. So... we did districts this year where you have, you draw teammates. They draw teammates, and that person you can't kill. So it ended up being 6 of us because we all drew different people. And so it was us 6 at first. Well, it was only 5 of us. One of our teammates had run off. So we found... Wyatt, and a kid named Wyatt, and we killed him right away. He was the first one out.
Is it the one that I know?
No.
Oh, okay.
Me and Zeke killed him right off the bat. And then, let's see, we ran off into the woods. We found Jay, which was Zeke's partner, or whatever, district. And
So you cannot kill anybody in your district.
Correct. Right. There's just 2 people in each district.
Okay.
What if I wanted to betray my partner?
You get someone else to do it. So, here's what
What
happened.
if you're the last 2 left?
You win together.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're doing it. Okay, team
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, we found Jay, and he was with 2 other people. The 2 other people ran off, and we took Jay with us. And then Zeke and Isaac kind of hinted to me that they didn't want their partners around, which were Jay and Josh. So I killed them. I just walked up and killed Jay and Josh. So they were out. That's 2 kills for me at this point, because I think Zeke killed Wyatt.
What's crazy is, I don't mean to interrupt you, but what's crazy is if anybody pays attention, to your podcast, to any of the other stuff, they would know not to trust most of you guys, because that's all I've heard. Every story is somebody betrayed somebody got somebody to stab their partner. If I ever played, I'm not trusting any of you guys. I'm killing everybody.
So this was really the first year like there were any major betrayals. Like a lot of people betrayed people, not just us. Like there were a bunch of different little groups doing betrayals.
Everybody?
Dude, it was wild this year.
Wow.
So, but I'm just telling it from my perspective. So I killed Jay and Josh, and then we saw the 2 other people that were with Jay. We started going after them, which were Zane and David. Zane ran away, but we got David. That's the one Isaac was saying, like he was going after with the sword,
Right.
And then I shot him anyway because Isaac got scared, and so I killed David.
Was not scared. He felt bad, right, in that moment.
Yeah, he was also kind of scared he was going to die, too, I think.
Because you were behind him?
No, because he had a sword. All Isaac has was a sword, so he was going to get close quarters with him.
Right, I got you.
So I just shot him I had a crossbow. So then we saw Quinn, Aiden, and Izzy. They were together. We were like, all right, you guys can walk with us to try to kill Maddie, Manessa, and Ryan. They were teamed together. We knew they were. We're like, if you come with us, we can go together to try to kill them 3, because they were like the biggest threat. So we got them to come over, and me and Zeke killed Quinn and Aiden. But we kept Izzy alive because we had made promises with Izzy that we wouldn't kill her beforehand. So then we started looking for Maddie and Manassa and Ryan. We didn't find them. Then we saw Israel and Trinity at the water station. They had put their weapons down and were getting water. And we said, okay, you can get your weapons. And so they got their weapons, and then we just started running. And me and Zeke started going after him, and Isaac said he didn't have the heart. And me and Zeke was like, well, I do. And I was like, I got no problem with it. And so we started running after him. And Isaac killed Zeke before he could get to him. So I took off because I did not trust Isaac at that point. I thought he was just going to kill both of us.
Right.
So I took off running. Trinity and Israel took off running in different directions. So Isaac started going after me after I started running away from him. He was like trying to talk to me to get me to come back, but he was also walking towards me. So I took off running, and he took off running after me.
Wait, Zeke's okay. He's still living. Come back.
And so I ended up catching up to Israel, and Isaac caught up to Trinity, and I convinced Israel to like help me out to kill Isaac because he betrayed Zeke.
Yeah.
And then Isaac convinced Trinity to help him because he saved them by killing Zeke. You know.
Can't really trust nobody in that case.
No, no, not at all. And I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac also had Izzy more. I know it's confusing, Israel and Izzy, but
right.
He also had Izzy. So he had Trinity and Izzy. I had Israel. We went around, did some other stuff. I found Zane eventually. I got him to join us. So it was me, Israel, and Zane. We started looking for Isaac to try to kill him. And then Isaac comes out of the corner. He had found Eiley and a kid named Skylar. And so he had 5. And it was 5v3. And they started like coming toward us. And I said, hold up. Maddie, Manasseh, and Ryan are our biggest threat. You know you can't take them out without me, basically, is what I was saying. And they were like, yeah, you're kind of right. So they're like, okay. They said, but if we're going to do this, you got to send Israel and Zane with us. And you got to go by yourself, and we'll meet over by where they were, because we knew where they were at that point. And I was like, no way. I'm not. If anything, you need to give me one of yours, so it's 4 and 4. And he was like, no. So then Zane whispered to me, he was like, right, Zane had gotten the golden ticket already, so he already had a place at the feast. So he was like, what if I just go over there and kill Isaac? I was like, I'd love you forever. So
until next year. That love only carries for that day.
So I was like, okay, go ahead, Zane and Israel, you can go over there. So they were supposed to go over there and take them all out, right. Israel and Zane, because they could have, no problem. Just boom, 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 they could kill them all. So I went over. So Maddie, Manasseh, and Ryan were all the way on the other side of the property from where we were. We were supposed to go on opposite sides of the woods and meet at where they are, and that's where we were gonna close in on them and fight them. So I go my way, and I get to where I can see them from a distance, and they can see me. And I was just standing out there by myself, and waited and waited and waited, and they're just like staring at me from afar, and I'm just staring at them, waiting and waiting. And they thought I was bait, probably, which I'm sure I looked like it, which I was hoping that too. So I was waiting there, and then eventually they started coming for me because I just waited for so long. So then I had to run back because they never came. And so I started going around the other way, but where they were supposed to go. And then I heard the fireworks. Heard 3 fireworks. So that means 3 people were dead. So I knew Zane had probably killed Isaac and someone else, and then he got killed. So it turns out he did. He killed Isaac and Trinity. And then Israel tried to keep in good graces with everyone, and he killed Zane. And so then it was Israel, Eiley, and Izzy left. And so Izzy acted like he didn't know the plan was to kill everyone. He like played it off and killed Zane.
Right.
So I eventually get to them 3, and they're just like sitting on a log. Eiley and Israel are not Israel. Eiley and Izzy are like in shock at what just happened, kind of, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And Israel's pretending to be. And so I got up to him. We started talking about how we're gonna try to kill the other 3 and bantering back and forth. And Eiley and Israel kind of wanted to kill Izzy because she had made... So she was really smart, and before the Hunger Games, she had got, like, everyone to have a passive alliance with her. Like, every single person, almost. So she was like, I can't kill anyone because I have an alliance with... Like, well, you have to kill someone at some point. So, like, we should just get rid of her because she's being useless. And I was like... But I didn't want to get rid of her yet because I just felt like... I don't know, I just felt like she was valuable because she had alliance with everyone. Like, I felt like we could use her.
You feel like you betrayed too much already, so you couldn't do it again.
Yeah, so... Well...
How are you going to play basketball with this guy later on?
Easy.
So...
Pass me the ball. I don't think so.
Kobe Bryant.
So, Israel and Eiley go one way. Me and Izzy go another way. This is a short little path to try to find Maddie and Manasseh and Ryan. We don't find them. We meet again. We start walking down the path to try to go find them later on. And Israel and Eiley kind of got out ahead of us a little too far, and we were like, they could be plotting to kill us right now. So we might as well take them out before they take us out. So, so we walk up.
Goodness.
And I kill Eiley and Israel.
Of course you did.
So,
I mean, I could have figured that out.
So I've got 6 kills at this point.
All I know is I would probably never trust you.
Indeed.
Follow me. I don't think so.
Oh,
Run away.
At one point when it was just me and Israel, I killed Jesse. I forgot about that, but that just...
Oh yeah, another one. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It wasn't, it's just, he was just one guy, so it was kind of easy to take out with 2 people, but... So, anyway, so now it's just me and Izzy going to find... We wanted to find Ibram because he was still left, and Skylar had also run away when that whole Zane was killing people. So we wanted to find them and get them to try to take on Izzy, Maddie, and Ryan. Not Izzy. Manasseh, Maddie, and Ryan. So, at that point, it had been about 2 hours, so they cut the woods off, so we just had the open areas. So that made the map a lot smaller. And, so everyone that was hiding, which were Ibram and Skylar, and like all those other 5 were hiding kind of. They had to come out into the open. So I did... Oh, and Tyler was still alive too. I forgot about Tyler. And so I actually did get Ibram and Skylar and Tyler to join me. So it was 5-on-3. We went to go fight them 3. Izzy killed Ryan. And Maddie killed Skylar. Someone killed Maddie. No, I think Skylar killed Maddie. So I'm not totally sure who killed Skylar. I guess Manasseh must have. Manasseh also killed me. And then Manasseh killed Ibram. Ibram committed suicide for some reason. I don't know why. And like he
probably afraid you were gonna kill him anyway.
Like,
so.
Well, he like put down his weapons and ran, and Manasseh just chased him down. I don't know why.
Weird.
I need to ask him about that later. Anyway, so then it was just Manasseh and Izzy killed Manasseh. So Izzy won, but I made it like even though I got 7th place. Oh right, Tyler. So I think. Maddie killed Tyler, Skylar killed Maddie, Manasseh killed me, and then Manasseh killed Skylar, and then Ibram, and then Izzy killed him. And that's how that went.
Wow.
There was a lot of betrayals in there.
Yes. Anyway, so I lasted like the entire games, because all those kills right there happened in like 30 seconds. So I made it to like the very end, but I still got 7th. But
30 seconds?
Like all those kills... Right there at the end, yeah, that was like... Well, it's probably more like 2 minutes, but it felt like 30 seconds.
So I envision playing, but like fully suit armor and like a giant two-handed sword.
I was thinking of riding a dragon. Man, saving the day.
Lancelot rides into town. Yeah.
Wait, so you had the bow and arrow?
I had the crossbow. I don't remember who had the bow. I don't know if anyone took the bow. It's kind of a weak weapon because you have to use 2 hands, and after you shoot, it takes a while to reload. So if you miss, you just gotta take off running.
Dude,
basically.
what? Now it takes a while to reload.
Yeah.
Like a regular bow?
Yeah, it's a 2-handed bow.
Right.
Yeah, so you gotta take an arrow out of your pocket and stick it on there. It takes a minute.
A crossbow, you gotta do the same thing.
Yes.
Except for the one-handed shooting part.
But you have another hand, so you can have another weapon in your hand. So that gives you some time, some weapon. You can only have a knife in your hand or another crossbow. But a knife is a lot because you can throw it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, I don't want to.
There were a lot of more little details I could have put in there, but I wanted it to be a little fast because that can get really boring really fast.
I feel like
it's probably boring anyway.
We're already there.
Yeah. Ooh, I took yours. Sorry.
I was going to say, it's empty anyways. I know. Dr. Pepper. Don't forget to sponsor us. Gotta make sure they sponsor us.
So, Caleb, what do you remember the first time you met me?
Do you
I want to
remember?
think it was either at the community center or at Slam.
I think it was at community center for sure.
I think it was at the community center. I think I was shooting threes on your head.
I doubt that very seriously.
I'm a bucket now. That was.
You are much better now than when I first met you.
3-point legend. I don't know how. They just go in, so I just keep shooting until I miss.
Thought you were an NFL player.
You know, I'm pretty decent at football, but you know, I'm more of a lineman. I figure I could play some QB.
Hey, they gotta have linemen in the NFL too.
I don't know about the raw receiving part. That's a little too much running for me.
Nah, you'd be Gronkowski, just short routes all the time.
I'm really hearing Derrick Henry running back would have been the best.
I always wanted to play football just because it'd be fun, but also like I like having a back. But you know,
The bear crawls be hidden.
The back would be fine unless somebody literally hit you in your back.
well,
The only thing for me when I played,
or
I played for a long
knees,
time
too.
is knees. Yeah,
Yeah.
knees got messed up in football, and concussions 24/7. But other
Right.
than that,
And I was always scared for the knees.
yeah, though that's a big weakness when it comes to football. I had a 300-pound lineman. He was my center. I was right next to him, and he got down blocked, and he come down and hit my left knee, and I was out for a while.
Yeah, I bet.
So,
But I always, I don't know. I found it fun when I played it, like pickup and stuff. Football was a lot of fun.
I mean, flag football's still fun. I mean, I know you're not tackling people, but just that. And there's another one. I'm trying to think of what it's called.
Well, like two-hand touch. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's where you throw it only. It's been so long since I played, I can't remember. the name of it.
Jackpot.
What's it called?
Jackpot.
Is that what it is? It doesn't sound familiar. So you got like a team of 4 maybe.
Oh,
and you can only throw it.
Right, there's no running.
Right.
Yeah,
He can run left to right, but the only way to progress down the field is to throw it to your
Right,
teammate. So
right,
it was just throwing. I can't remember what it was called, but we played all the time in high school, usually in the gymnasium.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot think of what that's called for the life of me, but I haven't even heard the name since high school.
Yeah.
So. But that was always fun, enjoyable.
Yeah.
I like playing kickball. Best
Kickball's fun, too.
I'm kind of on kickball.
Until you get hit in the head with the ball.
It's like baseball, but you don't have to be skilled.
I don't like to kick.
Baseball? Baseball's pretty hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, kickball is baseball without skill.
I enjoy baseball more.
More of a kickball. But I do love the baseball games, just for the food.
Going to a game is awesome. Yeah. Absolutely. Hot dog. Yeah. But
Yeah, I would never go to watch a professional kickball game.
Really?
I don't know. That sounds fun. I'll be honest with you. Now, I'm not going to play.
Does it exist, though? Professional kickball? Is there such thing?
Dude, there's a professional wiffle ball group.
Yeah.
There's got to be a professional.
There's a
kickball group.
professional slap group. Where they just slap each other.
Slap
That's
boxing?
true.
Yeah.
They stand across from each other, just one slap.
I don't
the
know
other.
how they do it. I've seen a big guy do it and some skinny guy,
Pass.
and I felt so bad for him.
Pass.
I thought I got hit for a second.
Absolutely pass. I'm not standing there and let somebody slap me.
Yeah, I'm weave and I'm running home.
Professional arm wrestling. There's got to be kickball. Got to be.
Probably. There's
Somewhere.
professional pickleball players, you know.
Right? So it got to be.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Probably look it up later after we're done here and we'll probably find it.
There has to be somewhere in this country. Me and
Yeah,
my
I've seen
friends, we did this one TikTok we seen where you guys get tortillas and put water in your mouth.
Yes, I've seen those.
And slap each other. Then we also did this one water bottle one where you put it on the ceiling thing and it just goes around and around. You get to close your eyes and it hits you. Yeah, unlike me, I cheated. I'm not even going to lie. I had my eyes open the whole time. When
Here it comes.
I hit him with a wee. I was kind of scared. I ain't gonna lie.
So you put on the ceiling fan?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've seen it where they've done the bottle of water on the ceiling fan. And then I've seen the burrito one where you mouthful of water and you slap each other with the burrito.
Right, yeah.
That was so
I've
fun.
seen that, yeah.
I tried my best not to spit. I'm not even gonna lie, I cheated in that too, but no one realized it.
The combination of those two makes that fine. Of my burrito flew around the room before
I want a
you
burrito
came.
now.
Oh, so doing the kicking each other in the nuts thing. So when I was in high school, it was real big to do that. But usually, like backhand somebody or whatever.
Backhand, front
So it was really big when I was in high school. But we used to go when I was in high school to Walmart and walk around. Just because at that age you can't go out really to anything.
Right.
So we were walking around Walmart, and my buddy went around the corner before I did. There's a group of us, 5 or 6. Well, he grabs an oar, and I don't know it. I come around the corner, and he smokes me with the oar like a flapjack. Just I drop, and the weirdest part about the whole thing. There's an old man in the aisle starts laughing. He goes, "That's happened to me 3 times." It's like, I think you should stay away from oars.
He's professional.
That's
3
great.
times. You got calluses. You've built up an immunity at this point.
Stoppable.
That's great. Dude. So when I was younger, like, I don't know, 15, 16 and stuff, we used to go to Walmart all the time. Like at night, like late at night and stuff.
Yeah, it's the only thing you could do.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went to the gardening area at night, and for some reason they had put this massive like the ball cages they have. It was just ball cages, and they had it filled with stuffed animals.
Okay.
For no reason. That I don't know why they did that. I don't know why it was in the
Supposed
gardening
to
section.
store
Like they were
it, maybe.
storing it, kind of.
Right.
And so
Was the garden area supposed to be like shut down at that point in time?
I don't know.
Were the lights off?
Yeah.
The ones outside?
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be outside, but like, yeah, I mean,
I'm sure that was an
doors
area
open.
they didn't think anybody would go to.
Right, but the doors just opened for us. So, I mean, we
Maybe
went-
somebody just fell down on the job and locking them.
Yeah,
But
so we would play hide and seek in Walmart. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We just go in there and play hide and seek. So me and my friend, we hop in those stuffed animals and hid in there for a couple.
It'd be great if a Walmart
While.
employee came by and you like
Locked
reached
the
out and
doors.
grabbed them. Oh yeah, that would be even funnier too.
We're
Wait, we're in here. You guys
Stuck in
can't
the
get out. You guys can't get out fast enough to let them know. Just
stuck in the gardening section all night.
Mm.
oh,
You
that'd
might
be
have to eat
awful.
plants.
I wonder if they got any berry bushes in here. I'm getting hungry.
That would be great.
Although Walmart's open like 24/7, right?
It used to
No.
be
They close at 11 now.
since
Oh,
COVID
yeah.
and all that stuff happened. They closed now.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, they used to be open 24/7, but right up till like when COVID started, they started actually having a close time.
Right.
And
So
some,
at that time it would have been open,
right.
but
Well,
yeah.
and some would close like for an hour or two for like cleanup and maintenance and
Oh, yeah,
stuff
so that's
Yeah.
what they was doing. I
Yeah.
went there before and they was closed and we came back and they was open. I was like, what's going on here?
Sometimes they got to close up for like maintenance to do some work or
I see.
cleaning up something.
Right. Cool. Got anything?
Oh yeah, I got some stuff here. Get the elbow in the chair. That hurt. Let's see what we got here. All right, I got one for you guys. You guys are young. You've probably done some stuff like this. So, have you ever had any embarrassing injuries And it could be something as simple as like falling down and being embarrassed that you fell down in front of a bunch of people, like you tripped over your own feet, something along those lines, or trying to do something to impress somebody and it didn't go the right way.
I love this. I've got multiple stories.
So do I.
Me?
You got anything, Caleb?
I'm trying to think back to all my bad memories.
All right, I'll go first
Go
to
ahead.
give you some time. So I got at least 2.
Yeah.
But I've got some other ones too. I think these are good ones.
Okay.
So this one is super weird. And I don't think I've ever told anyone this ever, so this is going to be pretty funny. So we were at our friends, the Hollanders, and it was at a time when they had a bunch of animals and stuff. And I just went over to pet one of the animals, and I touched their electric fence. And it shocked me. And it was bad. Like, it shocked me bad. It was a really powerful one. And so I was, like, leaning over the fence, right? So, like, I'm on the normal fence with my body, and I touched the electric fence that's, like, inside, right? So my tit was, like, right on the fence. So it arced through my tit.
Oh, no.
And it was so sensitive after that. Like, just touching it at all was unbelievably painful. And so, and you know how, like, they like always give you hugs and stuff, so
Right.
like trying to say goodbye to them and stuff, and I couldn't
great.
hug them. I didn't want to tell them why. Like, my
Right.
tit hurts real bad because I accidentally touched your fence out there.
Don't touch my nipple.
Yeah. So I'm like trying to like give them side hugs only on like
That's
one
great.
side.
You start giving them like fives and stuff. Like, nah, man, we go. don't hug me.
Okay, and then this other one was like me almost trying to show off. We've actually already talked about this on the podcast, but who cares?
Okay.
So Braden was over here when we were like 9 or something, and I had my little dirt bike, and I thought I was all cool, and jumped this little hump in our backyard out here. I tried to jump that, and I did it all the time, but like I like jumped it, and I was like looking at her as I did it, and so I like turned the wheel of it, so I like jump and just wipe out instantly.
Oh, no.
And since I'm like 9, I'm not even strong enough to get the bike off me.
Right.
So it's like the muffler's sitting on my
Oh,
leg,
no.
just burning my knee, and Braden is like half laughing, half like, oh, he might have actually gotten hurt. It's just like, Yancey, you got Yancey. And so Dad had to like come over and get the bike off me because I couldn't get it off me.
Oh, no.
So that was an example of me like trying to be cool and utterly humiliating myself.
All right, Braden, if you're watching this episode and you've made it this far, let's put in the comments, were you think you would have been impressed if he landed it?
1 out of 10.
Yeah.
Know.
If he landed it 100% clean, would you have been impressed?
Yeah, we talked about it on that one when she was here.
Oh, no.
She
I missed
did
that
it.
part. I guess I didn't stick around long enough, or I just don't remember you guys talking about it.
Right. We probably...
I remember the unicorn conversation, but I don't remember.
Yeah, that's like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I probably just stopped. Unicorns, I'm out.
You got one yet, Caleb?
Oh, my okay.
Yeah, you're up.
There was this one time we was at Dairy Queen, and then
Hold up, you got an injury at Dairy Queen?
listen, it wasn't inside Dairy Queen.
Okay.
It was on the side of a car at
Brain
Dairy
freeze.
Queen.
Okay.
So you see, I was trying to go cool, hop on the side of the car while he was driving, and it was going because like everybody else was on the car, and I'm like, wow, no one else is falling, so I'm getting on it. Then next thing you know, I try to get off. Next thing you know, the back's on the ground.
No.
And I was like, oh man, I'm about to get up, and everybody's finna be laughing. I'm finna be on somebody's story.
That is the bad thing about today versus when I was a kid.
Right.
Everybody's
like,
got a phone.
Mistake, everyone's like,
Yes, everybody's videotaping anything, everything. Yeah, you mess up today, you're online.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We're gonna see you somewhere.
Hey, I know that guy.
That was the worst part of my life. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, the immediate embarrassment
Right.
of messing up. Like you think it's gonna end really cool, and then it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. So what was yours?
So I got two of them that are pretty funny. I got one. I don't remember how old I was. I was pretty young still, and I would always go down to my neighbor Nick's house, and he had two nieces, and I seen them outside. So Nick would always get these mulch piles, and so like big and I used to run my bike off them like you.
Yeah, I remember them.
You know, so I seen him outside like next to it. Like, oh, here we go. You know, like this is going to be awesome, right? So I pedal as hard and as fast as I can, and I turn that curve right at the pile. Hit the pile, come off. When I come down, my front tire lands in a molehill. So it just sinks and stops. I slam forward, rack myself on the bike, and everything. It's just awful.
Reminded of that. I think I might have another embarrassing story. Might even be more embarrassing.
I thought it was going to be cool. It did not end very cool. And then my other one, so I was in high school, probably peak as far as being in shape, running. I used to do sprints, used to be really fast. So Nick's nephew was over, and we were kind of running and racing, and I was a lot quicker than he was. And I thought it would be cool to jump over Nick's wheelchair.
Man.
So I'm doing this sprint, and I'm a dead sprint. I jump over the chair. I make it over the chair.
Okay.
There is pea gravel on the other side that I hit, and my feet just right, and I go forward and I slide. I got scrapes all of my chest, stomach, legs, hands, arms. And this is the part Nick almost pees himself laughing. And I stand up, and like the rush of adrenaline and everything else that's going on, I actually almost black out. Like I couldn't, like I lost vision, like it went black. And I'm like, and Nick thinks it's hilarious. He loves this story because I go, I can't see. And he just starts laughing. And he's like, just sit down, you're fine. Sit down, I was fine. And I think Erica ended up having to like doctor me up with like Band-Aids and Neosporin and everything else. But I was all scratched up, man. Just on asphalt, and all the gravel just slid head first.
Oh, man. What was your other one, Kaleb? You said you had another one.
I don't know which one to think of now because both of those stories, I got two stories for those. There's this one time we was at this national campground, and I was with my brother Jay, and honestly we was riding bikes all across the place, and then we went in the woods, and there was this big, just a big lump, and he said, I bet you won't go down it. And he kept calling me scared. And, you know, I was like, I ain't scared. Next thing you know, I'm going all the way down. Next thing you know, there was a huge big lump. Next thing you know, scars coming in. I was bleeding. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I didn't want. That's the reason why I didn't ride a bike for about 2 years.
Oh, no.
Just came.
So your brother was right. You were scared?
So you see, I was scared.
Yeah.
But he don't know. Well, now he's finna know it.
I had another one come to my brain. Now I'm forgetting it. Yeah, because dude, I've been humiliated a lot. I feel like.
Oh yeah, I've been there. So, since while you're thinking of your other one, so another one with Nick's nieces. So he's got this little ditch that runs behind his house, and we had a swing that would swing over the ditch back and forth. And that was our normal place to play and hang out. Well, it's the tree that it's connected to, because it's by the creek where water runs through. There's some roots that kind of come above the ground.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be cool, like jump over without the swing. Because usually we take the swing and swing over. So I was like, I'm going to jump over. So I went to sprint, and right when I went to jump, my foot got caught on the root that's coming out. I fell face first right in the ditch, covered in mud and water and everything else. And I just ran home. Nick was there. He was laughing, peeing himself again.
Oh, that's great. Oh, man.
I got one.
Go for it.
So there was this one time we was at the church with the basketball goal by IGA. I was with my friend Johnny. You should know him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's this bike. I told him, if you give me $20, I will dunk over this bike. I even barely jumped. I went over like Superman and mink and everything. And next thing you know, the bike fell. The bike was kind of broke. I think I have the video too. It was kind of sad.
Oh man.
I didn't know what to do because I did it for a second.
Oh man. So recently, this actually isn't that embarrassing because I don't know. This one wasn't that humiliating, but it's just kind of like an injury in front of people. Is on my birthday 2 years ago, we were playing basketball out on my court out here, and I was playing my dad 1v1. So we had set up like a bracket, and it had gotten all the way to me and my dad. Like we had won, and it was me and him for like the championship, right? We're playing to 21, and I'm up by 2 points, and I've got the ball. So I'm about to get. We don't play make it, take it. So like if you get up by 4, you've like basically won, kind of, as long as you don't miss a shot after that. So he had missed a shot, and I got the rebound finally, or I got a steal or something. So I'm up 17-15. We're going to 21, and I go in to shoot a layup. I make the layup. And my foot lands right on the edge of the concrete, and so there's a lot of people watching. The reason it's not embarrassing mainly is because I made the shot still, and so I still feel.
There's some.
I wish it was
accomplishment.
I wish it was game point because it was one shot away from game point.
Right.
But it wasn't, and then I broke my ankle, and there's nothing I could do about it.
You broke your ankle.
Well, I sprained it really, really bad, which is worse than breaking it.
Now, here's the most important question.
But, yeah.
Did your dad go ahead and finish making the goals to secure the win?
No. Because he could tell it was... it was bad. Like, I couldn't...
Well, no defender, it'd be quick. You're not going to get any worse than 2 shots.
Well, he's got to check the ball up, so I was
bounce it off your forehead. Check son.
I've been through there a lot. Forehead checking.
Oh yeah.
Too many memories.
Oh, I definitely got one. This is funny. So I'm real young here. I'm real young. I'm like 7 or 8. And we're in a hotel with all the Hollanders and stuff, and we used to play hacky sack. Well, just catch with the hacky sack all the time.
So you just tossed it back and
forth.
Yeah, we had all kinds of rules.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we weren't playing like hacky sack, but
not wide enough.
We had all kinds of rules and stuff for our game of catch that we played. Anyway, someone threw the hacky sack at me, and it hit me right in the face, and I started like laughing, and the laughing turned into crying, and I was, at 7, that was like the most embarrassing thing ever, to just. Because, it didn't actually hurt that bad, but it hurt enough to where, the laughing turned into crying. And then I was just, crying in front of all these people because I got hit in the face with a hacky sack.
Start crying even more because you realize everybody's watching.
Exactly. I was also the type of kid that was, so embarrassed if, anything happened to me at all.
Mm-hmm. No, I was there. I was that way. But... we played hacky sack before school every morning when I was in high school. When I was in high school, we played every morning, and was really. So one of my friends walked in the front doors, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I see him," and I threw the hacky sack. And we're talking, it's a good, 30 yards away. I really,
chucked it.
Yeah, but I really thought that I'd either miss him or whatever. It hit him perfectly. In the nads, man. And he just dropped to the... And what's so funny is it was so fast, so I yelled his name as I threw it. He turned to look. We meet eyes. Right when we meet eyes, it drills him, and he just falls to his knees.
So, this just happened to me a couple...
Oh, no.
We were in Slam this Sunday, and for some reason, we were getting pretty violent, and we had... there's bean bags in there, and they're heavy, like the cornhole bean bags.
Okay, yeah.
They're like that, but they're heavier than normal. They're old. I don't know why they're so heavy, but they hurt. Like you throw them at someone, like it hurts.
Right.
It's a good hit. So someone threw it at me from far away, just for whatever reason, and it was like we had most of the lights off and stuff because we were playing a game, and so he was like, Jason, and so I turn and it just nails me, dude. This massive hacky sack, and it hit me in just the way where it didn't hammer the whole thing. It just took out the bottom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh man, it took me straight down, but it was just so sudden. You know what I'm saying? It was just turn,
right.
Bang, I was out.
I don't know if it's worse to expect it or not expect it, but
yeah. Well, if you kind of have to not expect it, because if you expect it, you're gonna do something to make sure it doesn't happen. It's gonna.
Not necessarily. Depends how quick you are, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it coming and got hit. But
that's true. I guess I've seen it in a split second where it was too fast to stop it. It's happened in football before.
Just gotta set
right, right. That was the thing too. Was I didn't know
baseball. I
didn't have a clue it was what was happening until after it hit me. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see it at all. I didn't see the beanbag at all.
Right, and that's the same thing with my buddy. I'm sure with the hacky sack.
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't have. Like I said, he turned and we met eyes, and as soon as we did, it hit him. I mean, it was so fast.
The worst I ever had though is we were on vacation. Me and my sister were playing soccer, just kind of like how you would play hacky sack. We were trying to see how long we keep the ball in the air and stuff. And I kicked the ball, and Eiley went, bounced off the ground, and Eiley kicked it as hard as she possibly could, directly into me. I mean, because it bounced, so it was perfect kick. She was gonna try to kick it as high as she could, and just directly in between my legs. And that was about the hardest hit I ever took there. Luckily, I was pretty young. It wasn't horrible, but
I haven't taken too many as an older.
At this age, if I got hit that hard, it could have done major damage.
Catastrophic.
Yeah, because it was a hard hit.
I can't say I've taken any of hits like that. In an older, all of them been younger, high school. Kind of after high school, not a whole lot, not big ones anyways.
Right.
I remember playing baseball one time, and it happened during batting practice, and it was me hitting the ball. I hit the ball, which hit the bottom of the bat, so it drove it straight down into home plate, and when it hit home plate, it came back up, just perfect. And I'm laying over home plate crying.
Oh, so this was the embarrassing story I had first, getting an injury, embarrassingly. So I was at church playing basketball and trying to be cool and do that move. I do crazy legs where I go in this one and go through the other one.
Weave.
Yeah. So I did that move, and to do it, you have to jump off the ground in order to do it. Somehow, don't even try to tell me the odds of it happening, but I did this move, and I did it to where the ball hit the ground and my feet landed on top of the ball perfectly. So I just, both my feet landed directly on top of the ball, and I just,
I was going to say, I thought you landed it for a second.
I got a concussion from that. I didn't know I had one till a couple hours later, and then my vision started going in, and then it hurt unbelievably bad later. But yeah, I was just trying to be cool.
Right.
It did not pay off. I still do that move all the time though, because the chance of that ever happening again are basically zero.
Don't do that. It might happen later.
Probably gonna happen to me tomorrow now.
Oh, probably.
Well, what do you think?
Whatever. How long have we been going for?
I think 45 minutes, if I'm a good guesser.
Okay. It's not bad.
It's not bad. Unless we got any great stories or deep thoughts.
Okay, I got this deep thought that I've been telling everybody.
All right.
So you see how we can't see air, but we can see water? So do you think fish can see water? No, can see air, but can't see water? I know. It's a good question. Still thinking about it. Got y'all there. I know.
I mean, don't eyeball, like, all of eyes is just light reflection. So if if air doesn't reflect light, no eyeball is going to see it, right? So, like, it would be the same, I think, for all eyeballs. Correct? But their perception would probably be very different from ours. We're like we kind of do see air, like we see water, but it's, if you're inside it, you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see water when you're inside water. You see the things inside water.
Okay.
So if you're born inside water,
unless you look up.
If you look up, you see the air. Like, it's just a different form of being, kind of. See what I mean?
But you can see the top of the water. Like, so if you look up,
that's just where the water and the air meet. That's what I'm saying. So, like, if you were born in water, where the air is would just be like, whoa. Like, what water we see is where the water and air meet as well. So I think you're kind of right, actually, that from their perception, air would just be like a different form of being, and they see it as there's the air up there,
Next one. Do you guys think dinosaurs are real?
They are definite. What do you mean, like?
Because personally,
alive or real?
Real.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
Because they made sounds before we could even see them.
Yes, but we can still see the evidence of them. There's
you just mean like we got like the sounds wrong?
Yeah,
I
feel like the sounds.
We don't have
off.
any of the sounds.
I mean, I'm sure that they didn't make the sounds that we put forward, and then so I've watched a lot of stuff where it says that even like the reconstructions that we have may not necessarily be right on.
No.
So they're doing the best they can with what they have. So they may not even look like how we think they look like.
Right.
But I definitely think they're real.
Because you don't know what like the flesh was around them. Because they might have that neck bone, and that the meat around it could have been this big for all we know, instead of like right around it. Like we have no idea how much meat was around.
Pink, to be honest.
Well, I mean, they're saying that there's a very possibility that the T-Rex could have actually had wings because they're based off the bones on the hands. It's not necessarily that he had small hands. There's a lot of theory. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying there's a lot of theories.
Yeah.
Of where we could make mistakes on that stuff.
Yeah. You could make a lot of mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be funny if they just have like they have those fingers and the bones, but really they just have stubs.
Stubs.
And it's actually like they just have like long pieces of cartilage off the ends of their fingers, and they just have like a long flappy things at the end of their arms, and they're actually full length arms.
Imagine like running around.
What? Start slapping their prey around. There's also a lot of evidence that all dinosaurs could have been vegetarian. We don't really have any evidence that they were carnivorous.
I mean, my only argument would be if the T-Rex doesn't show them having like sharp teeth all the way around.
Yes, but so do many plant-eating animals.
Well, you got to give me an example.
For example, the fruit bat. Have you ever seen fruit bat teeth?
Okay, they're also small. I mean, give me an animal that's large with sharp teeth that doesn't eat meat.
Me.
I mean, it's just your decision, though.
You can't eat meat. I mean, what do you define as sharp teeth?
Okay, I mean, from what I remember of the T-Rex, it's almost like a shark's mouth, right?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're all sharp. They're
like,
made to cut meat and eat meat. I mean, that's what the teeth are designed for.
Uh-huh.
So that's all
Is
I'm
it,
getting
though?
at. Yes.
You think? I mean,
Yeah.
it could also be to eat foliage. I mean, teeth are very useful in eating foliage as well. I mean, most likely they were carnivorous, but we don't actually have hard evidence of that at all. So
they're meat eaters. You heard it here first.
Cannibal.
I mean, chances are a lot of them were carnivorous.
Absolutely. I'm not saying all of them were meat eaters, but specifically the T-Rex, I would have to say probably is.
Most likely, yeah.
Pterodactyls are the best. Pterodactyl gang.
Pterodactyls freak me out, honestly.
But
it's their beak, I know.
Like, they're massive. Like, if you actually look at how big their skeletons are and stuff, like, if you think about that thing flying, a flying lizard that's, like, 10-foot wingspan, dude, that's freaky. Just come up and take your child out of the yard.
If they're that big, they're taking you, probably.
Yeah, just...
Drop the child, they might live.
Yeah, I lost my wife today. How? She's got taken right out of the yard by a pterodactyl, you know.
That's a third wife this month.
Until like the age of 13, I always thought pterodactyls shoot out lasers through their eyes. I don't know why.
Too many cartoons, man.
I really thought that my whole life.
That's great. That's like the robotic dinosaurs or something there. Going
Our
on.
Rangers.
Yeah, they could very well. Yeah.
So, I have a question. What do you think about this?
I think it's weird. It's a cow head.
Feel it. Isn't it pleasant?
So is this like one of those? It's too soft to be a stress ball. What is it?
So it used to be a full cow, but my dad hung it in the garage by its neck like a noose. It's been in there a couple years now. It was like supposed to be like where you drive the car and then when you hit it you stop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
People usually use a tennis ball.
Right. Yeah. So he just hung it by the neck. So it was just like a hanging cow in our garage for a couple of years. Its head finally fell off a couple days ago, and I took it because it's just something about it is just awesome.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a serial killer vibe
I feel what you mean.
that you're creating in your room with that.
That was the goal.
Thought it was
We
an
got
egg.
the cow head. We got the alligator head.
Yeah, it's not
We
looking
got
good
the
for
cow
you,
head
man.
inside the alligator.
R.I.P.
We got the police badge.
It's not looking good for you.
You guys met an alligator. They got sharp teeth.
Yeah, do they eat vegetables?
Yes.
Only if their prey had it beforehand.
All right. Well. Oh, what? Oh, I did get something about. What are your greatest sports accomplishments?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
All of
So-
these.
You know, all of these medals and stuff I have, I feel like it's just like some random moment probably that I had playing pickup or something. That was my greatest moment. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, because like
Right.
none of those were like, oh, you got through championship
Right.
playoffs and won, you know, like those are all like participation medals,
Right.
except for like my third and second place wrestling medals. You know, like I only got second. That's the best I got. So
Right.
it's kind of lame.
Higher than mine.
So
I got 7th place and 5th. Never went higher than 4th.
so let me think about this. Probably my greatest achievement would be benching 200. I think that's my biggest goal that I've reached.
Nice.
That took me a lot of work to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So probably that,
Okay.
I think. Yeah. How about you, Caleb?
As a man, as myself, I'm going to have to go back. And when I was living in Louisville, I was playing with like this state football team that we like called the Rams. And I got most improved that year.
Nice.
And yeah, I start. So, it's something. So, therefore,
Yeah.
I was
Got
halfway
most
there.
improve and started. That's great.
But then wrestling, my first win, it was like how we have those first, second, and third on the thing. I got in 5th place, which, I was kind of happy because it was my first, wrestling match. Played for Tecumseh. There's only like 6 people on their team. Yeah, only 6, and I got to start heavyweight, so I'm cooling.
And you got 5th?
Yeah. No, I mean I think it was either Mount Vernon or Monterey. What is it called? Yeah, Monterey.
Okay.
It was called.
All right.
Interesting.
Modern day.
Oh, that's how you say it, modern day.
Modern day.
So, how about you? What's your biggest sports accomplishment? Your 2 letters on your jacket?
Yeah. I know it's weird to not pick a weightlifting thing, but I haven't finished yet, so I don't feel like those are huge accomplishments where I've gone, which my most favorite one, and I do actually have kind of a trophy for it. So when I played football, they had a football camp. There was a week long, 5 days. And at the end of each day, they gave out the best player award.
Uh-huh.
And so they only give out 5. It's 1 a day for that week. That's 5. And they actually have the year on it and everything. So there's only 5 of those out there. And I got one. I earned one like the 4th day in. I earned one. And that's kind of like, because I put everything out there that day. I mean, I just did everything I could. And I had I impressed multiple coaches. So they had multiple guys, because they all like, who do you think did the best today, And I ended up winning the award. And so that's kind of been like my favorite, most accomplished one, just because there's a limited amount of those, and just the odds of getting one, because it's not just one age group. Everybody that was in high school football. So your 4 years there, everybody's there. So the chances of you beating everybody else or being noticed over everybody else is pretty small chances.
Yeah.
So
like I went to USI basketball camp, and I was a young freshman because I was like 13 actually when I went, and they did a camp MVP thing.
It's an awful title.
But I didn't have a chance, because I was too young to be in high school,
right?
And competing against high schoolers, and I was like 5 foot tall maybe at that time, so I was basically useless. But I got ball handling champs. That's cool. And our team won speedball, but they didn't give us the medal for some stupid. It was. So, we played speedball every day of camp.
Right. And
so we were told that if we, won the last game, that was the one that mattered. We were, basically practicing for the last speedball game.
I gotcha.
And we won the last speedball game. And then they were like, well, the other team won... it was like a 5-day camp. The other team won 3 out of 5 or whatever, and they gave it to them for some reason.
Well, you guys said that this is the only one that counted.
Yeah. So I should have 2 medals up there, but anyway.
I think you got enough hanging up here.
Yeah, to be honest.
Look at all this.
But like I said, they're mostly just participation awards. Except for that swimming ribbon and the wrestling medals.
Right.
And the fine arts. Besides that, they're all participation.
Fine farts.
I'll stick to my ribbons.
We get ribbons for
wrestling.
Oh, you get ribbons for wrestling?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So I actually have a bunch of first place ribbons for swimming. I have a bunch of first place ribbons for swimming.
Didn't even know you competed in swimming.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to swim.
I did swimming for a whole year.
You
don't nothing?
I don't know how to swim.
We're have to get you out here.
I'm scared because if it's deep water, I'm scared that something's gonna pop up and take my leg. But
if it's throw you in the lake right now.
See, I went to Pound Hollows and the water was dirty, and
just don't drink it, man.
But then
keep your head above it.
I found something weird because I was swimming and I kept swimming. I popped up and I heard somebody speaking different languages. Thought it was Russian.
Native American, probably.
I was in that water. I was looking at the water, and the water was dirty. I don't know why I was looking inside.
Were you afraid?
Yeah. But I was trying to go to the bottom to see if I found any treasure. Didn't find no treasure. They found a rock. And I lost it in the water again.
Oh, it could have been gold.
I know.
Could have broken it open, had like a map inside.
Oh, yeah.
Inside of a rock?
Well, you know that they're like manufacturing rocks now to hide drugs in. So like they'll make rocks that just look like rocks, and they can hide drugs inside of the rocks.
Like a hide a key?
Yeah.
Like inside your house. You can put a key in it, and it looks like a rock.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're like actually rocks.
That's crazy.
And they might like drill them out or something too. They might like drill the rock out and then put the drugs in there and then seal it up somehow with rock material, whatever that is.
Concrete.
Duct tape.
Yeah, just like a little bit of concrete and then
Duct
like
tape.
put some makeup on it.
Why is there duct tape on the bottom of this rock?
Duct tape fix anything. Sponsor us duct tape too.
Why do you have a trunk full of rocks?
There's no rock in these rocks, I promise.
Oh, there's a rock in it.
Oh, I get it now. Okay, I'm catching up.
That would be... what was that?
Rock.
Sound like it just like shut
Yeah.
off.
It's still going.
Huh.
It's
Like
probably
that
my
weird-
mic.
The word
This
skip
mic's
there.
kind of weird. But this is funny. It's totally random, but I saw like a post someone said. They were like, I'm really thankful for the lady that came into McDonald's today and she couldn't remember the word for ice, so she asked me for a caramel macchiato on the rocks.
I'll take a glass of hard water, please.
I need to start saying that now, and I'm just like at,
On the
if I
rocks.
ever get a girlfriend to get to meet her parents, if that ever happens, I'll be like, hey, do you like some Sprite? Yeah, can I get some water on the rocks, please? Can I get a Sprite on the rocks? And she's like, where has this dude been?
Jason with a girlfriend.
I know, it's an unbelievable thought, isn't it?
Not really.
Nothing is unbelievable.
Not really.
Well, it has happened before.
Right.
once.
That's why I said it's
So it's
not.
believable, I
Yeah. That's why I
guess.
said it is believable. Happening a second time.
It's
I don't
hard to
know.
believe.
It's getting harder to believe it.
It's weird, but it's like as you get older, it feels like the people just start disappearing.
Oh yeah.
Because like everyone's finding someone right now, so
Right.
like everyone that's in my age group is like
Right.
already taken.
And then
So-
like when you're done with I know
Right.
you didn't go to public school, but for me after public school, I mean, everybody goes their own direction.
Right.
I got a job. People went to college. They did that, and then like. I don't even know anybody anymore. Like,
Right.
like after like a couple years of like starting to accept I'm gonna be alone. I'm just gonna be working for the rest of my life.
And then you found this Mexican girl that
Yeah,
grew up in a white family
out of
for
nowhere.
some reason.
Yeah, out of nowhere. So, it just worked out.
Yep. All right. Well, I feel like that was plenty long. I guess sign us out.
How you doing that?
I got an idea.
Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to think real quick.
I thought you had an idea.
Okay.
You lost it, man.
Okay. On 3, we all say, tunies later. Tune out?
Tune out.
Tune
That's
out.
a little better.
There
There
we
we go.
Yeah, I like that.
And then we do. Tunes out, dude.
I don't know about all that, but I'll do it.
All right, who's counting? Because I'm not counting.
We can do it like we.
One,
This is
two,
what
three.
we do in F3. That way you don't have to worry about like
1,
the
2, 3,
timing
tune
thing.
out.
That's what
Tune
this
out,
is.
tune out.
Wait, I heard someone say tuna.